Celebrate that, and I'm going to show you why. There's a TikToker by the name of Jacques Lee, Jaqlee, and he's going viral. And let me tell you why he's going viral. Because he's having teenage girls or little girls unbraid his hair. Right. And let me tell you why that's evil. Because when you have that type of stuff like that, it don't stop there. It starts with he unbraids their hair in school. Well, let me tell you something. When you take your kids to school, they're supposed to go to school to learn math, science, and social studies. Right. No one sends that school to go braid teachers' hair. Right. No one sends that school to go do a man's nails. And that's the second part he did. He made a video of them taking down his hair, and then he waited like a day or two later, and now they doing his nails. Right. Could you imagine if you're a father or a mother, and you see your child to school, and you found out that they're doing men hair? Now, what man comes to school to get his hair done? Right. These are children. Now, that's the type of evil we got to talk about, because no one wants to tell you what's evil in this earth. Right. Give me 1 Corinthians, Barbara Kashar. 1 Corinthians 15 and 33. There's a amount of evil that we got to show our people because you celebrate it. And I'm going to bring out an article because people are promoting this type of evil. People are saying it's okay. People are saying, what's wrong with it? I'll tell you what's wrong with this type of evil. Because there's a man by the name of, what's his name, Alice Walker? I got another article. There's a man he made that the acronym is called Minor Attractive Persons. And what that Jacques Lee's doing, he's attracted to minors. What grown man who's going to sit up in the classroom and tell little girls to unbraid his hair? This is not cosmetology school. These are people who's trying to learn how to do hair. They're here to learn math, science, and social studies. Right. Not to do no teaching damn hair. But that's the amount of evil we have to speak up against because you won't say nothing. There's an evil we all have to deal with. And right now in the Israel School of UPK, we say we are home of the truth. Now in Memphis, the moniker is home of the truth. And when you speak the truth, you got to dispel evil. The truth is that you have been taught to love evil. And we're here to tell you, our people, that evil is what the reason why we're in the condition that we are today. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you love evil. Because women dress half naked. Right. Men have become narcotic salesmen. Right. And women have become, how can I use these words? Women have become seller of themselves. Right. And men have become purchasers of other women. Right. We have been taught evil and we love evil. But in the UPK, we're to tell you that God hates evil. God says that you should honor yourself. God says he has the laws against this type of evil. And if we don't tell you, we're going to forever be destroyed. If you want to know why we still in the last place, because we love evil, because we accept evil. We're here to tell you, if you're in the home of the truth, you're going to dispel that stuff, because you're going to have to learn to hate what God hates and to love what God loves. We can no longer accept evil. If you see evil, you got to say something about it. And let me tell you, we're going to get to these scriptures. Go ahead and read what you got.
The book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 15, verse 33. Be not deceived.
Be what?
Not deceived.
Let me tell you something. For those who are saying Jacques Lee's okay for teaching little girls to take down himself, you have been deceived. You have been tricked to think that they can go to school when they're supposed to learn math, science, and social studies. I have a daughter, and you got sons and kids. Who said, what parent wants to send a child to school to unbraid a man's hair?
Right.
Nobody. You have been taught evil, because even if you disagree, you have been one that's been what?
Deceived.
And what does scripture say? Start up.
Be not deceived.
Keep going.
Evil communication.
What evil? Let me tell you something. Jacques Lee is communicating evil to your daughters. Jacques Lee said, hey, little girls, come braid men's hair. And it don't stop there. It starts up in the classroom. Then what's next? A private setting? What's next? His house? What's next? In the basement? What's next? In the bathroom? It don't stop there. Because once you accept one thing comes with another. And let me tell you something. That's how we got to protect our children. But I said, don't accept none of it. Evil communicates evil. Start on.
Be not deceived. Evil communications.
Let me tell you something. What is he teaching our little girls? He's not teaching our little girls math, science, and social studies. He's teaching little girls that, hey, if you like this teacher and he's attractive, won't you come do his hair? He's teaching our children. He's teaching other teachers. He's teaching other men, other women to be MAP people. And MAP is the acronym for minor attractive persons. And that is, by definition, what everyone hates to say. And no one wants an adult to talk to their child. Right. I don't care what nobody says. No parent in their right mind who has not been deceived by evil wants their child or children talking to an adult. You can't be 27 trying to talk to some 13-year-old or 35 and 15. You're too damn old. That's a minor attractive person. It used to be frowned upon. It's to the point where, like, if you're on social media, you can't even say what the real word is. It starts with a P, if you get my drift, you understand? We have to dispel evil because the world loves evil and you've been tricked and deceived to love evil. But what is that Jock Lee is doing? Because I'm going to say his name. His name is Jock Lee. He's a TikToker and he's a teacher. You understand? I'm going to find out the name of this school as well. Because some evil like this has to be talked about. It should be frowned upon. Not nobody debating us if it's okay or not. You got evil individuals who saying that it's okay that teachers or students should braid their teachers' hair. They said it's okay for him to get a pedicure at school. Now, I don't send my daughter to school to do no man's nothing.
Right.
He's supposed to be learned, and I'll teach my daughter culture. I send my daughter to school to learn math, science, and he's sitting there at home. I'll teach her culture. And this is what school you became. We're going to indoctrinate our children with culture, not you doing no goddamn hair. Salakia.
Be not deceived. Evil communication corrupt good manners.
Let me tell you something. If you got a good child, how do we lose our children? Because of evil communication, because of the Jock Lees of the world. Evil communication corrupts good manners. What's a good manner? If you go to school to learn about math, science, you learn to be a doctor, or you want to be a lawyer, or any other job or slavery like that. Not what you want to do. Could you imagine she's 12 and she's learning to do men hair? Forget little boys you got to worry about. Now we got to worry about grown men. Let me tell you something, evil corrupts good manners. And if we don't speak against evil, we're going to always have more Jock Lees of the world, more minor attractive peoples of the world. We have to stop this because you have been taught to accept this lifestyle. Let me tell you something, if you are against evil, you have to be against evil even if it makes you feel good. Because not all evil makes you upset. And I'm going to tell you about tomorrow's another big evil day. But I'm going to let another piece come and talk about Mother's Day. And let's stop about Mother's Day. Don't you know how evil that is? They don't talk about Parents' Day. They always want to separate us because you can't be a mother without the father and vice versa. So why celebrate some woman because she had a child? That makes you a good mother? I know a bunch of evil women who lost their children and yet they still say, come celebrate for Mother's Day. You lost your children. Now for the fathers, everybody hate fathers, you know what I'm saying? But we wait till Father's Day when it come up. But since you mother want to be celebrated, tell us one reason why we should celebrate you. Because you open up your legs and receive seed. Tell me one reason why. What do? What you gonna say? You raise your children? That's your responsibilities. I never met nobody say, "Hey, come get an adult an award or a gift because they pay their bills." Those are your responsibilities. So when we gonna reward people for responsibilities? So you supposed to be a mother because you have a child, and I gotta reward you for having a child? No, you don't get rewarded for that. You reward your children. You understand? But we won't get to the evil well. The point was that there's a amount of evil out here that makes you feel good, and there's a amount of evil that makes you fight for it.
That's
and the
right.
Israel School of EPK, people are fighting us against this Jock Lee character because we decided to say no teacher, no parent wants to send their children out to that school. Now, in hindsight, has he broken some law? He has not broken the law. But the thing is, when you accept one thing, you have to take another. And everyone knows in America, if you allow the teacher to get his hair done in school, it went from hair braiding, and then it goes down to him doing the nails. Then what's next, y'all? It don't stop there. It's going to be another man that comes up and do the same thing. But this time, he upped the ante. He waited to do it after school. He waited to do it in the basement. He invited them to their house. And what's next after that? Could you imagine? It keeps going. This is a cycle. You gotta cut the head off at the snake at the beginning. You understand? Keep going on that scripture.
Be not deceived. Evil communications corrupt good manners.
Let me tell you something. This is the reason why we have people doing evil in our household. You know the lie? Well, it's not a lie. But you know the thing that they don't take into consideration? They don't take into consideration what your child learns from school. They always say everything happens at home. No, the scripture says what?
Evil communications corrupt good manners.
And what we saying, who has our children for the majority of the day? Our schools have our children. And who's in charge of school? America. And who's in charge of America? White supremacy. So who should we blame for this evil communication? Our oppressor. You understand? Because once we get our child, we have about a few hours, because we already at the slavery, have a few hours to eat, then it's time to go to sleep. We don't have that many time or many hours to have quality time with our children because how oppressive this oppressor is. He knows this he did this by design to make our people be self-service to this country. You understand? And evil corrupts good manners. You understand? We got to speak up against this. As a matter of fact, drop that, give me Psalms 37. Let me tell you something. In the scripture, we speak up against this, and God don't like it. And don't think that this Jock Lee of the world is going to get away with this type of behavior. It's only a matter of time, because if we don't stop or speak up against it, who will? Not some of y'all never even heard about what he did was evil. You understand? Because you've been so programmed to accept life as is. You've been so programmed to say, you doing you. You're a free spirit. No, you can't do you, and you're not a free spirit. You know, tell you why? Because you have laws. You have a way of life. And let me tell you something. If you accept one thing, you accept it all. And in this evil empire, we have to say no against something. You understand? We can't just say yes. I always tell people in the world, you understand? I say, yeah, if you can say yes, guess what else is the answer? No is the answer as well.
Right.
And I make it my duty to say no just because. I got a rule. I had to say no at least 3 times a day. Just because. And you understand? 'Cause if you say yes to everything, this is what you get. How come nobody's up here saying they agree with us about the juggling of the worlds?
Right.
I'll tell you why. Because you with the Alex characters. I'm going to bring up the article on it as well. Read what you got.
The book of Psalms, chapter 37, verse 1. Fret not thyself.
It says what? Fret not.
Fret not thyself.
Don't worry about it. God said he got something for that. You know what I'm saying? Fret not. Don't let it get you so vested, so upset, you know what I'm saying, invested, slacking, upset and angry about it because of what's happening in the world. You understand?
Because of evildoers.
He said, don't worry. I said, I see the evildoers. I got a trick. I got something for them. I got a judgment for them. Keep going.
Neither be thou envious.
Don't be jealous of the jockeys of the world because he went viral because he got somebody's daughters braiding his hair, and you want to be an influencer. You want to get the coin. You want to chase the bag. He get millions and millions and millions of views. Don't be jealous or envious of what he's doing because he's doing something that's evil. Keep going.
Against the workers of iniquity.
Now he's a what?
Workers of iniquity.
He's literally at his slavery doing iniquity. Because he ain't did iniquity just yet by definition, but he leads up to it. And if he starts that and we don't say nothing, it be iniquity. You understand? Keep going.
Verse 2. For they shall soon be cut down.
They shall what?
Shall soon be cut down.
The doctrines of the West shall soon be cut down. It's going to come a time when we're not going to allow nobody to harm our children. If it leads to something of a map maker, or if it leads to the thought of being evil, we cut it down. We are here in Israel School UPK. We tell people that you have to slow down. You have to stop. You should get counsel.
Right.
I want to know, did John Lee get counsel to say, hey, Tamisha, that's 12, come unbraid my hair? Did he get counsel for that? No, he didn't.
Right.
That is an article I'm about to read in just a second. It says he purposely decided to ruffle some feathers by doing this. You understand? He did this on purpose because he is an evil bastard. He is the one who needs some counseling. He got some demons in his closet that he needs to address. You understand? That brother needs some therapy because he did this with a smirk on his face. You understand? And I want to know what father would let this happen. You understand? But we're gonna get back to the scriptures. You understand? Go ahead.
Like the grass, and wither as the green herb.
Let me tell you something. He said we get cut down like the grass. And how you know when everybody get that grass cut? You understand? He gonna get cut down like the grass. That's what the evil doer. So the jockeys of the world, white supremacy, any other unsavory behavior that goes against God, you're gonna get cut down like the grass. Keep going.
Verse 3. Trust in the Lord and do good.
And what?
And do good.
And what?
And do good.
Tell me, son, how is that good for a child to go to school to learn math, science, and social studies? How is she doing good by doing this hair?
Right.
I want to know how their grades look. Can someone tell me how their grades look? Are they doing this as a favor? Let me tell you the evil that he's teaching our children by doing this. He's telling them, won't you come do a little favor for me? And I'll boost your credit up. I'll give you some good grades. You got a C+. Let me make it to a B-. That's an evil doer. We don't know how them kids' grades look. You understand? And why the parents not mad? How come he ain't suspended? How come that school ain't shut down? We gotta start applying pressure because these are our children. You understand? Our children inherit the earth. And if you want to stop all the map makers, if you want to stop all the narcotic salesmen, all the women who sell themselves, if you want to stop all the evil in the world, we have to stop the ones who's doing the evil, and we have to raise up our children. You understand?
That's right.
And the Israelite School UPK, we are the home of the truth, and we're going to teach you according to this Bible how you raise up a child, how you teach a child, how you fight against evil. And this is how you do it. By telling the jockeys of the world, let me tell you something. I ain't saying I'm promoting physical talkings. You understand? I ain't saying you're going to have a physical talker, but someone needs to confront them and ask them, explain. And make it make sense. And if it don't make sense, which it doesn't, tell him he got 2 things he should do. He should, all the money made out there, he should donate to all the child trauma's rescue or something like that. He should, no, not take it back, Salaki. He should donate to money to Israelite School UPK and let us build that child trauma, and he should just retire. He should no longer be a teacher. He cannot be trusted, you understand? That's what he should do. Keep going.
so shalt thou dwell in the land, and verily thou shalt be fed. Verse 4, delight thyself also in the Lord, and he shall give thee desires of thine heart.
Let me tell you something. He said, give you the desires of the Lord's heart. The Lord do not want children braided teachers' hair. That's a desire of the, he don't want that. The Lord don't care nothing about you getting your hair braided. The Lord don't care nothing about this teacher who told children to come do his nails. And let me paint the picture for y'all. It's not just one child. It's like 4 on 1. You know what that is? He's trying to be pampered like a king. He's found a way to be pampered by the king because he couldn't get women. He didn't know that he could have more than one woman. So he decided to go out to get children, unlearned children that don't know no better. I guarantee you, if he did not pay a woman, he couldn't get no woman to do that for him. He couldn't get no grown woman to do that for him. If he did, he paid for it. That's why I said we got to speak against evil, because there's an evil in the world that you are not aware of. There's an evil in the world that makes you accept it. Everyone says that it's just okay. It's just them learning to do hair. No. Not in school, it's not that. It ain't cosmetology school, that's regular school. You understand? Keep going.
Verse 5, commit thy way unto the Lord.
You know what I'm saying? Commit your way to the Lord. The Lord don't want you braiding men's hair when you're supposed to be in school learning math, science, and social studies. Like, I'm not going to stop saying that. I want this to hit home because you have children, I have children, we have kids. Our kids is the future, and we have to protect our children, you understand? We got to protect our children from all evil, you understand? And we don't give a damn if it's hair braiding, if it's Mother's Day, if it's President's Day, if it's 4th of July, any amount of evil we have to speak up against, because we are the ones, we are the gatekeepers of the truth. We are the gatekeepers, we are the one who wants to be in charge. Y'all want to be equal. Don't you understand? Y'all want to be equal with our oppressor. We want to rule. Y'all want equality, we want rulership. And if we get rulership, we can stop all the evil in this earth. There will be no need for a police officer, just the Shamar department. You understand? That's what we're going to have when we in rulership. We don't need nobody out around here clocking for people speeding. We don't even have speed lights no more. We are the ones that have to tell our people there's a amount of evil in the earth and you should refrain from it. You know on that scripture?
Trust also in him, and he shall bring it to pass.
All right, drop that. Give me Ephesians 4:29. And once you get that, I want you to start reading this article about the shop. Ephesians 4:29. So let me tell you, I'm about to pull up this article, and we about to read what this TikToker has done. And it's important that we have to explain what's going on because, like I said, there's a amount of evil out here that you don't know that you should be upset about. You understand? Go ahead and start reading.
Black TikTok teacher ruffles social media's feathers with video of students unbraiding his hair.
Now let me tell you something. That's the setting right now. They're at school, and it says he ruffled feathers. Now that right there is misleading already, because now he ain't ruffled feathers. He tore the damn bird up. He burnt the feathers off. That ain't no ruffled feathers. A ruffled feathers is like what they call it, corporal punishment. That's a ruffled feather. I ain't know they still do stuff like that. That's a ruffled feather because you discipline a child with the paddle. Then that's a ruffled feather. Now you have children unbraiding your hair. Go ahead.
A popular TikTok.
Let me say, what it says, he's a what?
A popular TikTok.
What does it mean to be popular? That means he gets views, he gets attention. A TikToker who's doing stuff to keep himself the hottest fad. That's what he's doing for. How can he get more attention on him? How can he get more people to watch him? Keep going.
Who uses the platform to vlog his teaching adventures.
Now he's supposed to be teaching your children math, science, and social studies, but what is he teaching today?
It's getting mixed reactions to his in-classroom hair session with his female students.
Only the females. And I wonder why he ain't have no little boys. I know he had some of them in the classroom. Is he picking on someone? Is he not being equality? That's being facetious, not to take this serious. But my point was, he's doing this to target a certain group. You understand? For those who fathers and mothers who have daughters, mothers, you should be saying to yourself, fathers, you should be more aggressive. I understand that our baby mamas, we chose the wrong woman, and she's an evil woman, and we had to still protect that child. I understand we want to stay away, but we got to protect that child, even if we had to do it from afar. If you ain't gonna be in that child's life, address the evil that comes to your child's life. Address the boys, because I know for sure, if a little boy is in my daughter's phone, he has to come talk to me, and I say it won't be all happy. He might be fear of me, you understand? But if there's a teacher doing it, I have to see him outside the teaching hours. I got to see him. He got to talk to me, and then I got to go talk to the principal, and then I got to ask this man why he still has a job, because we have to stop evil. Go ahead.
According to the educator who goes by Jock Lee,
That's his name, y'all. Remember the name, Jock Lee, the map maker.
On TikTok, he decided to live stream a group of his students unbraiding his hair.
And let me say, why is a teacher going on live with your kids? I thought they here to learn. Why you got to go live and put your kids all on the video? So what's happening now? We don't know what all the stuff he have done. And it's done in the private. Ain't no telling what he's done because those kids that was doing his hair, they looked entirely too comfortable. They looked entirely too it's like their first time. I can almost guarantee you that they wasn't his first time. Because what I'm gonna show y'all, he waited like a day or two later and he released a video of kids doing his nails. He got little girls, 4 or 5 of them, doing his nails, cutting his cuticles.
If I could, well, this brother bringing out is heavy, man. You understand? There's a story that's been on TikTok floating around about this teacher. What's his name?
Jock Lee.
Teacher named Jock Lee, right? Got a classroom, and in his classroom, in his spare time, in between the periods, this brother was recording for TikTok a video of the girls in his classroom taking his hair down. They unbraiding his hair, they sitting there talking, laughing, having a good time, right? And the story went viral because a lot of parents were seeing it and they took issue with it. Now, of course, the teacher came on there and said, I don't see what the problem is. It's innocent, they just helped me take my hair down. We're bonding socially, we're talking about different things. I'm just trying to be a good teacher. I'm trying to be really involved in the life of my students. I'm trying to talk to them and get to know them outside of just doing the math, science, and social studies. But here's the problem with that. Give me 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 22. What the brother's bringing out is heavy. Our responsibility, our job as leaders in the black community is to tell our people the truth. And while it may seem harmless to have little girls unbraiding your hair, helping you take your hair down before your hair appointment tomorrow, the reality is there are men in this world that are predators to young girls. There are men in this world that groom young women to believe that there are behaviors that are acceptable so that it makes it easier for them to have sex with them later. Now, we don't know this Jock Lee cat. We don't know if he's a predator. We don't know if he downloads PDF files. We don't know if he's somebody that is a threat and a danger to children. But because there are men who are, we cannot allow these young girls to braid this man's hair in class.
That's right.
Because there are men who are threats to children, we can't let these little girls do this man's nail in the classroom.
That's right.
To protect the girls from the men who are the predators, we gotta cut that behavior out, period. Because while Jock Lee might think it's okay, while he might not be a threat, there are men who are. And black people, we cannot normalize behaviors that make our daughters targets of men that download PDF files, if you understand what I'm saying. We gotta protect our young girls, protect our young boys, and you do that by making sure that everything that all your actions are in line with God. Read this.
The book of 1 Thessalonians, chapter 5, verse 22. Abstain from all appearance of evil.
Abstain from all appearance of evil. That's what God said in the Bible. Jock Lee, having them little girls unbraid your hair looks evil, brother. I know you might think you innocent and you sweet and you got a wonderful relationship with them kids in your classroom, but you're grown men, it looks like you grooming those little girls to have sex with them later. Looks like you trying to get close with them on a deeper level. Why does a teacher need to have a deeper connection with his high school students? Now, I don't know about y'all, but the time I came up in, the men in school that was cool and wanted to have a strong relationship with the female students, he was having sex with them.
That's right.
He was their lover, not just their teacher, not just the authoritarian, but he wanted to have sex with young girls. We gotta protect our daughters from men like that.
Right.
And because of that, Jock Lee, you can't get them to take your hair down in class.
That's right.
You can't get them to do your nails. You can't practice gymnastics with them in between class.
Right.
What's wrong with this man? What kind of life he got that in his free time he want to hang out with the little girls? Y'all don't see a problem with that? And because you don't see a problem with that, we got to tell you it's wrong. We got to tell you it looks evil. It looks disgusting. So we protect our daughters from men that look to violate them and take advantage of them in their young age.
That's right.
In the Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian community, we have a problem with underage children being abused and taken advantage of by adults.
That's right.
Black man, stand up and protect your daughters, man. Protect your sons. Let's take our community back from the people that would look to take advantage of those who don't know any better. And I'm sure those young girls are mad, they upset, their teacher got fired. But when they grow up and become women, they will realize that their teacher who had them unbraiding their hair was a weirdo. And because it looked weird, it sounds weird, it might be weird, we gotta protect them. One more time, here's what the Bible says, read.
Abstain from all appearance of evil.
If we did that, black man, black woman, we would have a stronger community. Our families would stay together. None of our children would be victimized, and we would be better as a people. Hear what this brother bringing out because it's important. Shalom.
Give priest and Captain 10,000. Captain Sucker wore a hand. You understand? And let me tell you something. Let me tell you how we know. I don't give him the benefit of the doubt of being innocent. Let me tell you why I believe it to be so. Because he said he wants to build a deeper bond with children. He just chooses with the males. Then why he only target women? And you tell me he had an all-girls school? Someone found that out for me, you understand? He doing that to get closer to the girls, you understand? When the boys is what really guide us, you understand? He need to figure out why these little boys is where they are. Build a deeper bond with the young males who need that male role model in their life to say, this is how men should conduct themselves. Now, no, you want to build a bond with small children. You understand? That's why he talk about the avoiding the appearance of evil, because we know how predators think. We know what they do. We know exactly how they live their lifestyle. You understand? Because that's what they do. That's the amount of evil we have to avoid. That's the amount of evil we have to protect our small children from. So, like, go ahead.
The Illuminati 1 says students don't care how much you know until they know how much you.
Basically, there's another person who's on TikTok saying the students don't care as long as they know. Now, this is an article by Black Enterprise, and it says Black parents tap in. There's a woman right here, and read her name.
Sincerely Nell, I think a bond between an educator and their students can be a wonderful thing.
Let me tell you something. What she says on face value sounds good, but what she didn't say is about what about the bond between evildoers. She didn't speak nothing about the ones who wants to teach, who seek to be predators. She didn't say nothing about the ones who wants to go the extra mile, the extra 8 miles, the 5 miles. She's not even thinking about if it's a good man. You understand? I guarantee you, I almost guarantee you, had he been an Edomite, had he been a Caucasian American with a mustache, and he was about 55 years of age, and he did it to your child, she wouldn't be saying that equal bond nonsense then. You understand? If it's evil for the oppressor, it should be evil for us. You understand? We have to come down, we have to draw the line and say, we don't care how you feel. So what about a deeper bond? What does that bond have to do with you saying 17 plus 5? You understand? Equals what? You don't need no bond for that. What you need to know is what the name of your child is and who their parents are. I don't want to hear that about you need a deeper bond to teach skills. What you need to know is learn your child. How can you modify your teaching to whether they can understand? If they need help in school, they got programs for that. Not no, you get a bond by them doing your damn hair. Salakia. You understand? Keep going about this silly woman.
However, I believe boundaries are necessary.
But what she said, she believes boundaries are necessary. Keep going.
And there are plenty of team building exercises.
And she thinks that braiding hair for students and teachers is a team building exercise. Not that they in cosmetology school. They out here just doing their hair. Now what's to say, it starts at 13. Now what's to say he goes down a level? You understand? Now he's teaching 5th graders. He's teaching 4th graders. Should he build a bond then? Where do you draw the line with this type of evil? And that's what makes y'all so evil, because you are like excuses for it. Instead of just saying, hey, you know what? Maybe this ain't a good look. How about you do this to adults? Then we can talk about it. Let this be in cosmetology school. No one wants to see that small child braid your damn hair. No one wants to see you take off your feet, your shoes. You get a pedicure and a manicure. You get your hand and nails done. No one wants to see this nonsense. Keep going.
Or games that can establish this and don't require touching beyond a high five or a half church hug.
Let me tell you something. They ain't talking about the church hug, you understand? I don't want no teacher hugging my daughter. You can do a high five. As a matter of fact, my daughter knows, to all boys, she do fist bump. You understand? If it's a boy, it's a fist bump. If it's a little girl, she can do a little church or a little side hug. But the point is, I'm teaching her to show like she don't know it, but there's a amount of evil I have to protect her from, and I'm just grooming her to know like, look, you can't touch me. That's what I'm teaching my child.
Right.
All right, go ahead and read that scripture. Ephesians. Give me Ephesians 4:29. Salaki. Go ahead.
The book of Ephesians, chapter 4, verse 29. Let no corrupt communication.
That what?
No corrupt communication.
His evil doing is teaching corrupt communication. We got to refrain from all corrupt communications. And we don't care how sweet it sounds, how innocent it sounds. We have to protect our people because, like I said, if you accept one thing, you have to accept the other. There's no way you can accept one. There's no way you can accept up without down. You know what I'm saying? In the UPK, the Most High told you things comes with things. He said if you love something, what must you also do? Anybody know? You must also hate something. You cannot have love without hate. Some things just come together. And if we accept this right here, you know what I'm saying? It goes, it enhances, it gets bigger, it grows. Because like Captain brought out, there's an amount of predatory men out here who's seeking to find a loophole to get to our children. Don't be surprised if we see a spike in more male teachers. If we see a spike in more male teachers, it's because of jock leaders of the world who wants to go viral for attention. I thought that's some nonsense for women. Ain't that what? I don't want to say another word. Ain't that what women is seeking out here to do? Getting attention, getting likes,
That's right.
trying to run up their social media. He wants to be seen. He's a pick-me. You understand? And he's picking your daughter to do evil. He's teaching her a corrupt communication by saying this type of behavior is acceptable. Keep going.
Proceed out of your mouth, but that which is good to the use of edifying, that it may minister grace unto the hearer.
Let me tell you something. He ain't edifying the youth in their ears. He ain't doing that nonsense. He ain't doing nothing. He's doing the nonsense of lies. He's doing the nonsense of saying, come braid my hair. He's doing the nonsense of, don't be surprised if they got his address. Don't be surprised if they friends with him on social media. Don't be surprised if they got a personal DM or they on Snapchat and it deletes after 24 hours. Don't be surprised of all this man he's doing that he claimed to be innocent. I ain't giving the benefit of the doubt of nothing. He has to explain himself. Because what makes you think that's the only way you can build a bond? You telling me you can't talk to a child and say, hey, do your math, do your homework, and that's it? You got what deeper bond do you need? Or how about you bond with some women? Why don't you get you a woman who's a grown woman, who's an adult? You know what I'm saying? So she can braid your hair, braid it up, unbraid it, all of the nonsense. We don't need you having 5 or 6 women braiding your hair, treating you like you some kind of king. And that's the spirit I got from that man when I watched that. When you watch that video, he looks like he's been pampered by a bevy of women, or little girls. That's what it looks like. It reminds you of some of, Coming to America. You got all the women just pampering him, and he's loving how he's feeling. That's what it reminds you of. We have to avoid the appearance of evil. Drop that. Give me 5:11. Ephesians 5:11. Go ahead.
The book of Ephesians, chapter 5, verse 11. And have no fellowship.
Have what?
No fellowship.
Let me tell you something. Why come the jock leads ain't over here with the UPK?
Have no fellowship with the unfruitful.
What?
Unfruitful.
He don't bear no fruit of righteousness. Keep going.
Right.
Works of darkness.
And that's what he's a dark man, you understand? Because he's teaching our children and he's claiming it to be innocent. I don't give him the benefit of the doubt. Keep going.
But rather reprove them.
Let me tell you, so we have to reprove these type of individuals because let me tell you something. Let's say, like Captain said, he don't know what he's doing. He thinks he's totally innocent. Let's say that's true. He's been taught so much evil, he thinks this type of behavior is acceptable.
Right.
And that's why we have to tell you that this right here cannot be accepted. You understand?
Right.
He's an evildoer, and we cannot teach our children to be evil.
Right.
Come on, give me Isaiah 5:20. You understand? Come on. Give me Isaiah 5:21. Come on, the water. Isaiah 5:20 and 21. Go ahead.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 5, verse 21. Verse 20. Woe unto them.
Woe unto them. That means woe just means destruction in the Bible, okay? So we're saying destruction to this type of person. Or what is going on? Keep going.
That call evil good.
That calls evil good. Woe, destruction to that jock leaders of the world who says, what I did with your child is building the bond. That ain't evil. It ain't, predators don't do this. I ain't did nothing wrong. Keep going.
And good evil.
are the ones who change up what's good in the earth. These are the ones who says it's okay for you to celebrate yourself or worship yourself, or it's okay for you to build a bond with children. And let me tell you something. When you understand the truth, you tend to look at like target words. He said he's doing it under the word bond. Now, what would a predator do? A predator would say, yeah, the ones who download those PDF files, they're saying, I'm just building a bond. That's the cover word. That's the code word that they're going to use to justify that nasty doing. Those are the evil doers. Keep going.
They put darkness for light, and light for darkness. They put bitter for sweet, and sweet for bitter. Verse 21. Woe unto them that are wise in their own eyes.
Let me tell you something. He said he did nothing wrong. He don't see what the problem is. He don't see no problem with him doing his hair. And just like other women, like we'll be doing this stuff tomorrow, they don't see no problem with Mother's Day.
Right.
I'm just talking about all the amount of evil that goes on in this world. Y'all are the ones who teach yourself that ain't no wrong with it. But when God says it's wrong with it, you understand? You say you're a mother, and you understand, and you ain't did nothing good for the child other than your responsibilities. So you should be celebrated for being an adult.
Right.
Where they doing that at?
Right.
What they doing that? You take care of your responsibilities and you've been celebrated for doing your job.
Right.
I don't understand it. And why the separation? Where's the Parents' Day? Now, granted, we ain't gonna celebrate Parents' Day, but where's the Parents' Day for you being a mother and a father and you raising the child to where they should go? As a matter of fact, give me Proverbs. Give me Proverbs. Give me what's it, 7? Give me Proverbs 21:6. And this Proverbs 21:6. We should talk about how you should raise your children. You understand? And what we should and how we should go about in this earth. You understand? So we got to teach our kids that you cannot accept this type of evil. Go ahead.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 21, verse 6. The getting of treasures by a lying tongue is a vanity, tossed to and fro.
So that's a lying tongue. You know what I'm saying? He's a liar. We have to teach our children they cannot associate themselves with liars. You know what I'm saying? When you do this, when you train up a child, you got to watch out for evildoers. You got to watch out for those who speak evil. You got to watch out for those who do evil. And you also got to watch out for ones who make evil look fun. And these are the worst ones. Some of us can say, hey, we're against the Rainbow Militia. Some of us can say we're against map makers. When I say map makers, I'm saying it to be coy, but it's an acronym, and they call it minor attracted persons. That's the new thing. If you want to build a bond with a student, you understand? That's the new word they got. You understand? So we have to tell our kids, you have to refrain them from this. All right, keep going.
Of them that seek death.
Let me tell you something. In Israelite School of Youth PK, we're here to teach our people that there's an amount of evil in the earth that you have to refrain from. And there's an evil that we have to show you that it's evil. Because a lot of y'all don't believe what evil really looks like. A lot of times y'all tend to think that evil is that you walk down the street and you get robbed. You walk down the street and someone just stole off on you and steal your purse. Or someone wants to break into your house. Evil comes in a plethora of ways. It looks different and it don't always make you feel the same. There's a amount of evil that makes you happy. But all evil goes against the laws of God. All evil makes the Most High angry. It makes him vexed at you. You understand? But the evil that I want to talk about, or we bringing out today, it should set you free. You should be over here with us. You should be the ones, be the gatekeepers and the guardians of our kids, of our lifestyle. Because the moment you keep accepting evil, you will never be equal with your oppressor. But if you come into the Israelite School of UPK and you learn these laws of the Most High, then you won't be equal. You will be a ruler. And that's my time, Israel. Shalom.
Yeah, right.
Get that priest.